Don't let these numbers fool you, though. This is absolutely, these are Prime Day numbers. Lou, please. Lou, you're gonna get me arrested. All right, we're starting this one out with an inspection. Just got called in to the Rainbow Scales. They even called me out over the speaker. They're like, Stat Trucking, door number 3 for an inspection. I was hopeful. I saw 2 trucks ahead of me. They hit the red light, and I'm like, well, if they called that guy in, they're probably not gonna call me in. And then I was peeking in through that window, and I saw like 3 heads in there. I'm like, dang, they're fully staffed tonight. So they're not messing around. I'm due for an inspection, though. I'm not worried about it. I hate driving this drive every time. I've gotten called in here so few times, but just this feels like the walk of shame. How are you? Okay. How's your night tonight?
All right, so we'll be doing a level 1 inspection. We'll need license and registration.
Of course. Here you are.
Are you empty or loaded?
I am loaded.
Do you have the BOL?
I do. It's for Amazon, so it's a digital BOL. I do have a dog with me. You may hear him bark. He's nice. He's just, right. He just, anytime anything goes on with the truck, he just gets a little, he's my little protector. Yeah, I know I've been due for one of these. I haven't, now will I get a new CVSA sticker tonight?
If you pass, yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Do you need a copy of my logs? Because
no, sir.
Okay.
You're local, so. Do you have your safety triangles and fire extinguisher?
I do. They're in this little thing right here.
Okay.
Lou, please. Lou, you're gonna get me arrested. You're gonna get me arrested. Please, Lou. Lou. You're not gonna be able to bail my ass out of jail. You better shut the f up.
You do have one breakout of adjustment.
Right.
Okay.
For sure.
So I'll be able to put a sticker on your truck.
Okay. I appreciate it, Lou. I've been inspected so few times, I always forget, is level 1 the one that's like the crazy one, or is which is the most strict? Level 1, okay.
So level 1 is everything.
Lou, please.
Level 2 is like if it's raining,
Uh-huh.
it's just a walk around.
Okay.
Level 3 is just you, like your credentials. Level 4 is something specific, like let's say brake lights.
Okay.
Level 5 is when they go to your facility and inspect you.
Okay.
Level 6 is radioactive.
Is what?
Radioactive.
Radioactive, okay. I don't even do hazmat stuff, so
And
yeah.
then here we do 1, 2s, and 3s.
Okay. And would it be okay, just because he's kind of riled up, after we're done, can I park right here for like 3 minutes, let him out? I'm just going to let him go pee, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sir, do you own the company or do you work for it?
I own the company.
That's not your trailer, right?
That is not my, no, that's Amazon's.
One breakout of adjustment, I'll be able to. No, it's a rental. Okay.
So when I drop this off, I have a way to send Amazon a note. Should I let them know that the brake is out of adjustment?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It'll be on the report, so it's the last axle on the driver's side axle on the trailer.
Okay.
It'll be on the report though.
Does that go against me?
Yes.
Okay.
It does. It'll fix your score.
Okay.
Let me see this. Your company score is a 50. And you're somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Once you hit a certain number, then the motor carriers come and inspect you.
Okay.
At your facility. But for now, you're good.
Okay. What I'm just curious, like a brake being out of adjustment, like how many points does that carry?
That I don't know.
Okay. All right. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good night. This is okay for a couple minutes?
Yeah, there's nobody on lane 2.
All right. All right. Thank you. We passed. Well, guys, here we are at the San Onofre scales where we just passed a level 1 inspection. I don't know how I recorded the whole thing. I don't know if I'm gonna include that in this video or make it into a separate video. I might put clips in this one. It might be a long one, but Lou went crazy, telling him we're gonna get arrested. And now I am gonna pick this up, but score 1 for Lou crapping at the scales. I am gonna pick that up. Yeah, it just went down. The only thing is I guess the trailer brakes on one side were out of adjustment, and I guess that counts against my CVSA score, which I'm not happy about that, but I'm happy we passed. It's been forever since I've been inspected, so just while I'm on camera here, I'd hate for somebody to think that like I deliberately didn't pick up after my dog. As much as the 13-year-old boy inside of me wants to leave this here, I'm gonna pick it up. Oh yeah. There we go. We did the right thing. But yeah, just Lou's pulling like crazy. The officer was kind enough to let me walk Lou. Afterwards, he was going nuts. I mean, anytime anybody comes close to the truck, Lou goes crazy. And, there's a lot of him coming close to the truck. But exciting way to start this one out. Definitely always kind of have that pit in my stomach when that green light at the scales turns red. And, yeah, got a new sticker. Apparently, I'm immune from anything bad happening for the next 3 months, I'm told. So we're gonna get on down the road, heading out to Cathedral City next. All right, made it to the DJW8, Cathedral City. My first time ever coming out here. You might be wondering, I run that California short haul exemption. I'm like 120, 130 miles from home. You might be wondering how I got out here. Luckily, that's all calculated on air mileage. So yes, I'm 120, 130 miles from home. But by the way the crow flies, I'm like 80, 90 miles from where I started. So perfectly legal to come out here. Yeah, this is a little delivery center. We don't really have anything like this in San Diego that says delivery on it. I'm sure we have something that's the equivalent to it, but get out here. It's kind of cool in San Diego. Get out here to this desert weather, and it's 1:44 in the morning and still like in the 80s. So it just kind of it just feels muggy, or not muggy, just it feels hot. But excited to, the last leg of this thing. Today's Prime Day. I mean, this is the time of year where, when I first started working with Amazon, it was like they had one Prime Day a year. This is the fall 2025 Prime Day. Anybody can fall out of bed and make money during this time. This is a load I got messing with the relay bot. It wanted to send it for 12. I said 15. I stood firm on 15. And it tried to do like 14 and change. I said no, and finally it's like, yeah, we'll do 15. So it's a little over $6 a mile to, run out here. This is the last leg. This is 3 or 4. The last leg of this, I gotta take one back to Redlands. This isn't empty. But excited about this new sticker. Got this little bulldog sitting there looking at me. It's like, Dad, what's going on? Yes, he's pissed. He doesn't like the camera. But got this new little sticker. I'm excited about that. The officer who gave it to me says they won't bug me for the next 3 months, which it's like, if this one is anything like the last one, it probably means they won't bug me for 2 years. Excited I passed. Little mixed feelings on the, the slack adjustment on the slack adjuster on the trailer. It was 3/8 of an inch off. He was telling me it could be, 2 inches, but this was 2 inches, 3/8 inches. So those 3/8 of an inch, what got me. It does go on my CVSA score. I'll be curious to see what kind of fallout that is, but you know, getting under these trailers, checking the slack adjusters before I leave has not been on my radar. So I was even asking, you know, how would one even check that, like at an Amazon yard? You know, how would that even go down? And he was explaining like it would need 2 people. You got to get the air to like 90 to 100. One person's got to push on it. You've got to then measure where the thing happens, and it's just like, I feel a little bit set up by Amazon a little bit. I mean, you let me know in the comments. Is that something, slack adjusters, is that something we should be checking? I mean, I know to look at the brakes to see if, you know, if they're cracked or anything like that, but as far as, you know, the slack adjuster measurement is not something that's been on my radar, and it might have to be on my radar now. But anyway, just taking an empty, totally empty trailer, gonna run up the 10 and drop this off in Redlands. All right, just finished the load. It is 3:19. I think this was supposed to be done in like an hour, so I'm an hour ahead of schedule. A little bit of strategy I'm gonna do with this. If I can make it south of Temecula before like 5:30, that's when or probably before 5, that's when the traffic gets real bad. I just wanted to show you what I see, so you know there's no shenanigans going on. Let's go to trips. At 3:19, no upcoming trip, so I don't have anything. Let's head over to the load board. I made a search just for today. I called it Prime Red for Prime Day Redlands. Let's see here, Prime Red, there we go. And then I need to be done today by like noon. I mean, I'm already getting tired, and so let's go ahead and say like today at 12 o'clock, 12:21's perfect. And let's sort this by price per distance highest. And let's go to work on this. Riverside to Corona, 12:39. Bet you that's a third party. Yep, Downey's going to be a third party site. No. Eastvale to Buena Park. I don't like that there's 3 stops starting soon. 4:02. I don't think I could make it to Eastvale by then. If they bump that back to 5, but then that puts me in Buena Park at 11. I won't have time to get to San Diego. San Bernardino to Fontana. Let's see here. I bet you that's a third party. Yeah, Victorville's going to be third party. Let's turn that auto refresh off. Hesperia, Moreno Valley to San Diego, 4 a.m. starting soon. How far away am I from Moreno Valley? It says 13 miles, 39 minutes to do it. Let's book that. Book. Yes. Close. View trip. Huh. That's just perfect. Trip booked. Assigned driver. That's me. Assigned tractor. And that's almost $500. That's going to put me at $2,000 for the day and right back home. 4 a.m. Moreno Valley. Let's head over to the app. Start work. How do I feel about my schedule? I feel great about it. Start work. Where's my vehicle? Confirm. Resume work. See how that comes up in... I think that if I go back to this screen, see, I put my tractor in there. Eligible tractor. Tractor assignment successful. I'm going to screenshot that, just planning ahead here a little bit. Resume work. That comes up in Indiana tractor. That's killing me. Let's close the app. Reopen the app. Yeah, the app wasn't running. Resume work. Indiana tractor. That's not me. Change vehicle. There we go. Recently used. There's my tractor. I don't know why it defaults to that sometimes. That drives me crazy. It's like they're setting me up for failure. Confirm. Yes. San Michelle Road. Let's see how far I am away. It says 12 miles on here. Now it's going to be like you're an hour and a half away. 25 minutes, arrive at 4. All right, time to hammer down. Man, this was some shit. You know, I'm on the load board, it's like, oh, it's 12 miles away. Well, that's 12 miles as the crow flies. You know, then it's like, okay, well, direct me there. I got to drive in this truck. I can't fly there. And it's like, oh, you'll be there at 4. And I saw that, and I'm due there at 4. And it's like, if I'm there at 4:01, there goes that on time. And that was like challenge accepted. Got the arrival successfully detected at 3:56. Got the Y check-in just now. It's 3:59, and I'm sitting in the yard. Excited to get a trip back to San Diego. This is, I only do this like 20% of the time. Usually I come up here and I want to be sure I make enough in case I have to bobtail home. And 80% of the time I do bobtail home. I think because it's prime, I got a load going back. But sitting in the yard now, departure time is 5 a.m. And I'm just hoping they get me out of here. You know, 4:30 would be ideal because then I miss the traffic. But next stop is Otay. All right, San 5 load is dropped. I was due here at 8 o'clock, got in the gate like just before 7. It's 7:11. I just dropped it off, hit up the trucker's lounge. Let's talk strategy now. The whole way down here, you know, I knew I was gonna get back into town. I've got 3 hours and 15 minutes left to drive. I've got just over 4.5 hours left of on duty. I'm currently off duty filming this, but the whole way down here, I was like, you know, if they had a short hop here in town, absolutely I would do it. I've got time to do it. I feel like doing it. Every time I book another load, it kind of gives me a little shot of energy. Well, they had a trip going from San 5, so 0 deadhead up to DSD1, but the problem was it was a one-way. And it's like, you know, on Prime Day, I don't want to seem too much like a prima donna, but it's like, I kind of want like a round trip. Well, then I was looking and it's like, you know, they also had adjustable pickup times, DSD1 coming back to San 5. Here's the position I've put myself in. DSD1, I've hit up this spot before. During the nighttime, it's absolutely set up for semi-trucks. During the daytime, they shut the parking lot down where the semi-trucks need to go, and they use it for DSP vans, especially on Prime Day. I mean, come on, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get into that parking lot. What I'm hoping, like best case scenario is, I'll get the trailer up there, probably drop it off, maybe have to drop it off in the street, who knows. But then I'm hoping that for the trip back, I mean, obviously I'm willing to do it. I think the trip there is like $6 a mile. I know the trip back's like $4 a mile. You cost average that out, it's like $5 a mile. I can live with that. I'm down to do the work, but what I'm hoping is I get there and they're like, oh, you know, I'm sorry, you can't get to where the trailers are. We're gonna have to give you a tonneau on this. That would be an absolute best case scenario, because basically the tonneau pays about as much as the load would, and I don't have to do the work. So if I have to do the work, hey, I signed up for it. I'll live up to my end of the deal. But as it stands right now, I'm hoping I get to DSD1. There's no trailers on the street, and they're just like, hey, here's a tonneau, and I can just go home. This will definitely be it. I got enough hours to do that, to head up there, to come back, and then to make it to the yard. But yeah, we're winding this one down, and I like the position I'm in. I wasn't going to record again until the end of the day. I figured, like, you know what, I'll just check in with him when I get back to the yard. I'll let him know how it all turned out. But getting ready to take this trailer up to DSD1. I got ready to close it up, and keep in mind, it's a loaded trailer. It's got one cart. The hot $6 a mile load with one cart in it. Sign me up. Man, I'm tired. So I started thinking about that DSD1 load, and you know, it wasn't supposed to, the one going up there wasn't supposed to start until 8:30, and I was real tempted to start it like at 8:28, because I knew the later I started it, the later I would get there and the greater the chance of getting that tonneau would be. But the problem with the tonneau was I wasn't due there until 10:30, and let's say they're like, okay, sure, you get a tonneau. I would have had to have waited probably till like my departure time of 11:30 for them to cancel the trip and issue me a tonneau. As it is, I went ahead and started it. It's 10:54. Don't know if you can see that. And I'm done. I ended up taking the load up there. They had a trailer going back. I went ahead and did both of those. I think the loads weren't supposed, or that second one wasn't supposed to be done till like 1:15, and here I am over 2 hours ahead of schedule, 2 hours done. I mean, I'm in the little truck. I'm not in the big truck anymore. Had some highlights last night. You know, passing that level 1 inspection. Yeah, they got me on the slack adjuster, but hey, I'm glad I passed, got the new sticker. You know, I wouldn't have believed that was gonna happen last night. Came into the yard just now with 2 minutes. 2 minutes left on my drive clock. And there were no shenanigans. I didn't PC from here to here, here to here. I mean, it was just straight. I had 2 minutes left to get into that yard, and I did it. And I mean, I've never cut one that close before. And then, you know, made respectable money. I mean, I filled up the truck yesterday. I was looking before as I was post-tripping the truck. I think I did last night on about 62.5 gallons of fuel. Let's call it 63. You know, a little over 2,400 coming in. Don't let these numbers fool you, though. These are Prime Day numbers. I don't want you to, if you're new to my content, if this is like one of the first videos of mine you see, I'd hate for you to leave here thinking it's like this anytime. Anybody can fall out of bed and make money around Prime Day, holidays, anything like that. So kind of a spectacular night. I mean, usually I probably make about half that. So I'm thrilled to be able to do that. It's been a while since I put up those kind of numbers with Amazon, but still, take home message here is, hey, I had a good night. I did apply a little bit of strategy to this. I mean, I'm happy with how it all turned out, but I hate for you to leave here thinking that this is how it always is. But I'm going to stand by last night. I'm proud of it. And, I've been up for a little while. I started driving last night to go to that first Sand 5 load that went out to Cathedral City. I've been driving for 12 hours, but I've been up for a lot longer than that, more than I'm willing to admit to right now. But appreciate you taking the trip with me. Hope this video serves you well. Take care.